Welcome one and all to another edition of Swiss's Commuting Chaos. And if you're new to the channel or haven't yet subscribed, hit the pause button and subscribe. So I'm going to start today's video with a clip of some cyclists showing that not all cyclists are inattentive red light jumpers, just the vast majority of them. So we take this slightly mad Italian gentleman who stops, turns around, sees that the rest of his party aren't with him, and rather oddly beckons me forwards. And the next clip is just a long string of cyclists going through red lights. And we're going to be seeing quite a bit more of this chap as the video continues. This cyclist seems to understand what a red light is for. And here's our friend again. Cycling round a red traffic light on the pavement doesn't make it any less illegal. Ooh, fancy red wheels on that one. Whoa. Now I'm going to stop the footage here because there is a clear white line telling cyclists on the cycle path they must stop. Reason being, there's another cycle crossing just ahead of them. But that's not going to stop our friend here. Or the next set of red traffic lights, come to think of it. Yes, and that one's red too. Go on, you know you want to go through it, mate. Now this next chap is completely deluded. He thinks that going through the red light but then cutting onto the pavement excuses him. He might as well just have carried on the road going through the red light. Just like that chap. Now this next clip, it's clearly marked which lane you're supposed to be in for where you're going as you go around the roundabout. But I've realised the van is likely to want to cut across. He doesn't indicate, and he does it at the last moment, but I've realised it's going to happen. What I didn't realise was going to happen is the next manoeuvre. One can only assume that working indicators are an optional extra on this model of van. And 300 yards further down the road, we come across this little incident. And what we're looking at is the cyclist, not the Porsche. The lights have changed, and one would expect the Porsche to accelerate forwards, but he has the good sense to realise there's a cyclist on the pavement and the cyclist is likely to do something bloody stupid, which of course they do. The next clip, I'm not actually commuting, it's where I live. I turn left onto a little short cut-through road and notice that there is a brightly coloured Honda Jazz reversing out of a driveway. Jazz, great. But they seem in no rush to actually conclude their manoeuvre. And then for some reason they start braking. Now I've paused the film here because I assumed that they could see something I couldn't beyond the parked van. No, totally wrong. They're not going to indicate, but they just want to turn into the driveway 2 doors down. Nice. And finally we come to the last clip. Now it's rush hour in the City of London and the conditions are pretty horrible. The roads are wet but very greasy. Not great conditions to be doing stupid things. I'm at a set of traffic lights and electric scooter boy pulls alongside me. Now I'm slowing down because there's traffic ahead of me, but electric scooter boy is going to be coming up behind me. You can see him in the rear view mirror and he's very, very insistent he wants to get by. I'm going to take up my usual position, which is position 4 out of 5, so slightly to the right of centre of my lane. I've paused the video here so you can see Scooter boy is completely in position 5 to my right, but right up behind me. He was about 5 foot from my rear tyre. And I'm going to slow the video down because if you look in my rear view mirror, you'll see Scooter boy going down the outside of me, ready to overtake. But, as you can see, I've paused the video. It's clear that there is a van pulling out. I can see it from my position. I'm far enough back. But Scooter boy can't see through me. He's got no idea this van is about to pull out. And on top of that, there's a cyclist going down past the parked lorry, so the van ahead of me is pulling even further out to the right. So at the last second, electric scooter boy decides to cancel his overtake manoeuvre. We're approaching a red set of traffic lights and he's going for the overtake. But as we approach the traffic lights, they turn green, so he decides he's going for it, even though there is a cyclist coming towards him and a motorcycle accelerating away from the traffic lights. So he's hoping the cyclist is going to get out of his way and the motorcyclist isn't going to accelerate fast enough. He's got to then manoeuvre around the cyclist in these wet, greasy conditions. I believe he's a fully paid up member of the 20 Minuters Club. Anyway, if you've enjoyed watching the video, hit that subscribe button, and thanks for watching, and stay safe out there, because it's a bloody mad world.